Hello there, welcome to the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney, and today I have a very nice fragrance from the house of Neesh Perfumery. This is Neesh Haute Tobacco. Now, why I'm doing this is for a couple of reasons. One, this is very popular in the recent few days. There has been a lot of buzz about this particular fragrance. Second is when you're on their website and if you think about getting, decant, which is their official sample, which is about, I think, 15 ml, you get that for about 1600 rupees or so. So I got a partial from Exclusive Scents of 25 ml for probably much lesser than that, right? So this is how the presentation of this particular fragrance comes. It's basically a paper box that talks about Neesh and Haute Tobacco, a little bit of branding and the price and a little bit of the information at the back. So we'll keep this aside. This is okay, but this is a very nice presentation. It looks like a nice leather kind of a box that they have done, and it kind of opens up this way, and you will see this beautiful box that's there where the bottle sits very snugly fit into this, and you have the fragrance here. And I think this is about 25 ml or so, or 30 ml something is what I kind of got this from them, right? So this is the presentation of the bottle. It's a very nice opaque kind of a bottle with a nice niche present written across it, Haute Tobacco, and the cap is really nice, so very heavy cap. And the best part about it is, although it might initially look like it's not fitting in correctly, it kind of fits very nicely, and there's a nice tight sound that you kind of get of this particular fragrance. And another good thing is the way this particular atomizer works. It's one of those controllable atomizers, so you can see you can literally control the kind of spray that you want to get on this particular fragrance, and beautiful, right? Now, one of the very unique things about Neesh's new line of fragrances is that they've used good master perfumers to kind of create these. And this for this particular fragrance, the master creator or master perfumer is Christian Provenzano, right? Now, he's also, I think, awardee of the 2021 awards for one of the best perfumers in the world, right? So that he is the nose behind this particular creation, and I think they have done a fantastic job in terms of the scent profile, right? Now, this particular fragrance can be described as a spicy, boozy, tobacco, woody kind of a fragrance with a little bit of a sweet note, right? Now, right at the top, this particular fragrance has got juniper berries, it's got some roses, it's got some fruity elements like apple, pear. Then in the heart is where there's a lot of stuff happening. There is oud, there is tobacco, there is a little bit of those rose, there's a little bit of flower notes, and then in the base is where there's a lot of woody elements like sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, a lot of things happening, right? On the whole, this is a really nice scent, right? So if I kind of do a spray on my hand just to get a good idea of what this particular fragrance is, it opens up with a little bit of a sweetness of that nutmeg. You have a little bit of that cinnamon sweetness. You have a little bit of the floral elements with that rose and jasmine going across. Very light element. You don't really get anything very significant, very dominant as such. Then you have a nice accord of oud that's happening and a tobacco. But after the 20-25 minutes time, the oud becomes a little dominant, and the oud here is very playful, very nice, very beautiful. And as the description of their website goes, it's a very sexy tobacco kind of a fragrance. Now, the tobacco and oud play along really nicely. The oud is dominant, but then it's not a very loud fragrance in my opinion. Okay. Now, on the whole, the scent profile of this particular fragrance is really nice. And like I said, after the 25 minutes after the oud plays out, after about 45 minutes to 1 hour, it starts to tone down, and then you start feeling that a woody vibe of that sandalwood along with those woody notes, and oud is what you kind of get throughout, right? Now, this particular fragrance scent profile is good, and I think from my Indian house, when a brand doing such quality fragrances is fantastic. Now, the only flip side that I kind of found is that the performance of this particular fragrance is average. When I say average, it's not very loud. Like I said, though it has got a lot of elements, loud elements like oud, tobacco, saffron, fruity elements, it's not really loud. It does maybe about 2 feet, and after the first 25 to 40 minutes time, it starts becoming softer, and you can kind of get it on your skin or apparel for about 3.5 hours to 4 hours time, and after the 4-hour mark, it becomes really skin close, right? Now, that is the only flip side about this particular fragrance that I found. But otherwise, it's a very nice juice to kind of have, and I think in the evenings it probably will do a little more. I used it in office. It's a good compliment getter. Definitely is a very nice fragrance that people will like because of that nice spicy element that you get, a little bit of that tobacco, a little bit of that boozy vibe that you get, but it's mostly the oud that's doing that along with that tobacco, right? So on the whole, it's a nice fragrance, and especially if you're looking to get a partial, or if you're looking to consider getting a decant, I think thinking about it, like if officially 15 ml costs costs about 1600, I think you can get a 25 ml or so with a full presentation for much less of for partials, right? So that is something you can definitely consider. On the whole, I definitely like this fragrance from Neesh, and this is really classy, especially if you're going in for weddings, for parties, for something sophisticated. But you can carry a decanter with you, because you might want to reapply this after about 3 hours to 4 hours for you to continue getting that vibe. But it's a very beautiful, lovely kind of a fragrance, especially for winter, right? So that has been my very quick overview about Neesh's Haute Tobacco. This is a lovely juice, especially if you like tobacco fragrances, if you like boozy type of a fragrances, or don't think about this as an out and out wood fragrance, but it's a fragrance more on the lines of tobacco, saffron, a little bit of flower note, and a little bit of fruity notes, and definitely a lot of nice oriental spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, all of that mixed for a wonderful vanilla, beautiful woody kind of a fragrance, right? So if you like the video and if you want to watch more of Neesh fragrances, do let me know. This is something that fits into a ballpark figure of 1500 or so, even if you get about 25-30 ml, because I would imagine myself wearing this quite less for occasions and all of that. So even if you get a volume like this, it will last you for a long time. So you can definitely consider getting, and of course it's an Indian brand, so you can definitely consider getting, and you can definitely promote this kind of a beautiful house that does fantastic fragrances. This is the first one that I'm reviewing. However, I'm going to get a sample set of a few more fragrances from the house of Neesh that I will review as well. So you're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. This is a quick overview about Neesh's Haute Tobacco. Take care. Bye now.